5 years ago, I began a journey to discover the meaning of home. What does it mean to me? What does it mean to the nation? What does it mean to the world? And I got a lot more than I bargained for.
The Simply Home project is more than just designing and building tiny houses for families of 5 or more, which in and of itself is history making. But it's also, and more importantly, about changing the world for the better. The Simply Home project is a tool to address serious issues that we face in this country and around the world, such as bullying, homelessness, the elderly housing crisis, and the life-draining American dream.
Every 7 minutes, a child is bullied. Every day, 160,000 kids stay home from school for fear of bullying. And every year, 4,500 young people commit suicide from bullying. It's the number 3 killer of young people, just behind car accidents and homicide. Every day, over 100 million people in the world are homeless. And every day, 50,000 women and children die from homelessness and unsanitary living conditions. On any given night, over 200,000 veterans are homeless, and there is an ever-increasing insufficiency in subsidized housing for the growing elderly population. As many of us know, 50% of marriages end in divorce, and financial problems are the number 2 reason that people get divorced. More than 70% of couples argue about money once a week. What if there was a better way?
Our project is taking tiny house community builds across the nation. At each new location, we will speak on behalf of tiny house and sustainable living. And we will work with the youth in that community to inspire, encourage, and empower them to be the change they want to see in the world. Our goal for youth is this: to create a new generation of thinkers, doers, problem solvers, and world changers who are others-centered and who use differences in each person for the greater good of the world. By igniting this mentality in our youth now, there will be less bullying, and therefore there will be less school shootings, less youth suicides, and more youth standing up for what's right, believing in themselves and their own unchangeable self-worth.
Tiny houses, in and of themselves, are a physical cure for the diseases of homelessness, insufficient elderly housing, and the financially draining, life-draining sickness of the bigger is better motto, also known as the American dream.
Depression due to stress, emptiness due to the lack of time living life because you're enslaved to the life you're living, and anxiety due to the ever-present longing of wanting more will completely diminish as each person considers for themselves what home means to them. Home, in a nutshell, is a place of joy, peace, and high quality of life that is within each of us, in which everyone can achieve by simplifying and by focusing on what really matters in their own life. By our example and the tool of community builds, everyone will be encouraged to define home for themselves and will be inspired to achieve it, whatever it may be.